Hello traders, this is Rich from tradesight. Here's a look at the market leading stocks via our proprietary scans for the coming session. This is going to be for Monday, June 2nd, 2014. Had a kind of a back and forth day today with some distribution. Today was also a rebalance day, so a couple of things are going to have a little extra volume. Apple, I think, needs to be at the top of the list here. Trading 2 times the typical volume. They ran it up really high intraday, but it closed below the open and also below the day's VWAP. So definitely something to be aware of. But not a lot of signals, as you can see in the overall Nasdaq patch here. First Solar closed very weakly, as did Juniper and Sina, and we had volume bumps in BlackBerry and Juniper as well. Moving on to the financials, a little bit for sale here. As you can see, there's an absence of buy signals. We definitely have a couple things popping up with some sell indications. We've got a volume bump in the CME. We've also got one in MasterCard MA. As far as open close deviations, we don't have any, and all the VWAPs are more or less in line here on this particular sector. Looking at the energy names, got a downside CPS setting up in BP, but that one's on light volume. BTU had a big down day on increased volume. PBR was also very weak on big volume, 2% below the day's open there. RIG has an upside CPS condition, but that one's on light volume. And ExxonMobil traded quite a bit of volume today as well. Moving on to the market generals, some to buy, some to sell, but you can see the volume bumps here. One in Best Buy and Caterpillar. We've got a volume bump in IBM and a downside RPS, and that's always interesting. Johnson & Johnson also has a downside RPS signal and some pretty decent volume on the day. Got a volume bump in 3M and also one in UNH. VMware just missed qualifying for an open close deviation to the downside, so keep an eye on that one as well. Housing names, big volume today in NVR, high price stock, but that one did trade considerable volume. We've got an upside CPS condition in Home Depot, the HD. CSX traded some good volume, but has an upside RPS. That was to the downside today, so that one could be interesting. UMP's got a downside RPS condition with a volume bump, so keep an eye on that one for Monday as well. And finally, on to the commodity names. A lot of these things I think are searching for a bottom here. Gold was really weak during the day, and they rolled it back up to about 1250 for the close today. So we've got an upside CPX and ABX, and also one in silver wheat, and you can see the volume with those also. So definitely focus on the XAU sector next week. U.S. Steel traded good volume. That was really weak today. And we've got a contra candle forming in Freeport and FCX. That one's on fairly light volume. Also note the volume here in double G. Real good volume there. Pretty strong day and a very, very strong close. 1 3/4% above the day's open. Above the VWAP, excuse me. All right, folks. As always, thanks for listening. This has been Rich for tradesight.